this, Mama.
Yeah, here I am. Hi, so what I wanted to do is come on here because our church is doing a 21 Days of Hope right now. And so I wanted to join in on it. And we've been talking about miracles. So I wanted to share a miracle that happened to me when I was 16. It helped me get to where I am now, although it was an interesting journey the entire time. But it helped me get to where I am now. So I'm going to make this pretty short because it can be a pretty long, so I'm going to make it short. Yeah, I know. So when I was 16 years old, I basically came from, I'll just do this, my broken home. And I came from my household. Basically, my mom's boyfriend was very abusive and really mentally, emotionally abusive. So anyway, so I was leaving that day to go to work. I worked at a fast food restaurant. But it was a summer day, so I didn't have school that day, didn't have high school that day. So I was, anyway, I did my typical teenage thing and really, pretty much really got the guy mad at me again, like he always got mad at me. Anyway, so lots of choice words were used. I'm not saying the words, obviously. But anyways, so I left her crying hysterically, and, yeah. So I did, and I drove off like a crazy teenager, which is the worst thing to do. If you're a teenager watching this, if you're upset, do not get behind the wheel of a vehicle if you're upset, okay? If you're crying, if you're really upset, do not drive the vehicle until you can get things contained. All right, so anyways, here we go. So I'm driving. We have the window down because it's a summer day, and I did not see this van. Like, absolutely did not see the van. So I pulled out right in front of this van at about 55 miles an hour is what the van was going. It hit me, but right before it hit me, I said, "Oh God, help me, I made a mistake." All of a sudden, everything went white, and I went up in the air, and I saw my little red car. At that point, it was a 1986 Chevy Beretta, and which, those were tougher cars. 86 is tougher. Not the toughest car, obviously, but anyway, it was much tougher than some of the cars we have now. Okay, anyways, long story short. So I saw my little car and the van hit and collide, and I was like out of my body because, anyways, so I saw the collision of it happen, and then it was the oddest thing, and then I came to by hearing all four of my tires completely popped. I'd almost flipped over. Anyways, and so I tried to take off my seatbelt, and I realized to get out my door, but the door was completely bashed in. So we're talking, this was what do you call that when it literally just hits your broadsided. So it's broadsided, which is, I guess, they say that is like the worst type of accident to have is when you get broadsided. So the door was completely bashed in. I decided to crawl through the window and over the van, where these people are. Well, it's a mother and a baby. I hit a mother and a baby, which was awful. They seem to be okay, but they're speaking Spanish, and she's very hysterical. And I'm trying to say I'm sorry to her. Anyways, this woman comes out of the house right next door to where I almost flipped over onto her lawn. And she comes out and she says that, "Do you know that you're here for a reason? Because really, honestly, most people die from accidents like that." And she said that she lost her daughter at age 16. And she said, "How old are you?" And I said, "I'm 16. And she says, "God had you here for a purpose. Do you know that?" So that was twice. I said, "God, please help me." And a flash of light happened. That's a miracle. And the fact of the matter that woman told me what she told me, and it impacted her the way that it did because she was so happy to see me still there. And the way that she mentioned God really made an impact on me to carry me through for most of my life. So anyways, I wanted to share that was a miracle that I was still alive. Even the paramedics said they couldn't believe I was alive. Yeah. Especially when I almost flipped over like that. Luckily, I didn't flip all the way over. But anyways, so I wanted to share that story. Okay, that is one of my miracles. There's been a lot of miracles, but that was one of the first ones I think that really changed my life. So, okay. Thank you. Bye.